Hello, in this video I'm going to guide you to what version of Android I think you should be developing for, at least in my opinion. Don't worry, if you've already selected what version you're going to develop for, you can change it anytime. So the best answer to what version of Android should I be developing for, or targeting, or what's the minimum version I should use, is whatever Google has already set. So currently, this will probably be updated in the future, but currently it's API 15. I would not change that, at least for now, until you get a little more comfortable with what you're doing. Here we see the minimum SDK. I'm sure you probably don't know what that means if you're brand new to this, but this stands for Software Development Kit. Basically, each version of Android is a new API level. You know, it started at 1 with Android 1.0, but now we're all the way to Android 22, 5.1. You want to know like which one you want to click on? You can click here. It'll say, help me choose. Right now, most devices are not running the current one. Most devices are running ice cream sandwich or newer. So you want to make sure you select the oldest one you can. That way, many users who have all these other devices can use your application. But if you select this as your minimum one, then anybody using Jelly Bean ice cream or below will not be able to use it. So there's that. I would leave it at the stock, like API 15 level. For me, that's ice cream sandwich. Let's look at two examples of why you might want to choose a lower version or a higher version. For a lower version, let's say you're just trying to make a super basic app that maybe just displays text of, hello, I made this app and this is how cool I am. And you just want to show your skill and show everybody. And I mean everybody, so everybody can download it. That's when you'd want to set it as low as possible. Keep in mind you won't be able to use all the newest features, but at least you can run on any device. Another example would be, let's say you just want to make a real nice app, but you don't care about distributing it around. You just want your friends to see how cool you are. Well, you can set it as high as their devices are. So if you have friends that have Galaxies, recent Galaxies or Nexus devices or whatever, then you can select a higher version because there's no point, and you get all the benefits of the new feature. And then you can show them how cool you are. Don't even have to distribute this on Google Play. You may be wondering, why should we do API 15? Well, right now, using API 15, you can support 90.4% of the devices that are currently active on the Google Play Store. So that means that about 90% of devices that check into Google Play to see what apps they can download are API 15 and above. So, you can set it, earlier than API 15, but keep in mind, there's very few users that actually use versions that old. So if you just keep it right here, then, you can see all the way up here is 90.4. So everybody here can use it. So really, you're missing out on like 9.6% of people, which isn't that bad considering all these other features that you get to use. Later, because those will continue to become outdated and will continue to lose people as the newer versions come out and more people start using the newer stuff, then the percentage of people using the older stuff will be less, meaning that you're really developing for more. A second reason to use API 15 is, or even as far back as API 7. This is just an example, but multi-touch, which means like you can have more than one finger on the screen at a time and it'll still understand what's going on, was introduced in API 7. If you've ever used Google Earth, Google Maps, whatever like that, you can pinch your fingers together and it'll zoom in, or you can move them apart and it'll zoom out, that type of thing. That's really handy. But if you want to support like API 3, then everybody up here isn't going to be able to use pinch to zoom because their device does not support multiple fingers. But you would have to add a couple buttons like a zoom out, zoom in button. So you can support 7 and that's it, and all these people are left out. Or you could actually add those buttons, which is recommended, but you don't have to, considering that 4% of people, 0.4% of people even use API 3. If any. I just made that number up. If you still have some questions, you can always come to the Android developer website found at developer.android.com/about/dashboard/index.html, and you'll see this page. I will have this linked in the description in case you need that. It tells you a little bit about each version. If you need something to refer to, here you go.